Hey all, it's Rightplan here from Novagamer. We are back with Castle Defense 16. We just put Castle Attack 4 out, so if you guys haven't seen that video, go check her out. We got a question of the day on you for every video, so there's one for that video, and go back and check it out. And if you don't want to watch the whole video, just check out the question of the day one and comment on what you guys think of that question. We like to get these question of the days out just so that people can give us their opinion on what they think of the game's going on, and we can have a nice little discussion about how they can change and fix that. But anyways, this castle has been doing not so great. There's two major setups that I have to this castle. The first setup is terrible. I talk about it in Castle Attack 4. One of the castles that I attack has this setup. I say it's a terrible setup, and I'm going to show you why. They might be having better luck than I did, but I can tell you right now that they are not going to have that good luck for a long period of time, because it is eventually going to fade away when other people start realizing it. Especially if they watch this video, because I'm pretty much going to ruin that trap. The second trap is actually doing really, really well, so I'll show you guys that one as well. Let's do the quick shoutouts here. I will let you guys know ahead of time. I found out, as you can see, my replay buttons are blacked out. I thought it was a day thing where I was waiting too long and they were being blacked out, but apparently even the most recent ones, I'll show you up at the top because I just don't want to have to scroll all the way back down, but I'll show you up at the top. Even my most recent ones aren't allowing me to do replays, which are less than a day old. The reason why I think it's happening is because if you watch the Castle Attack 4 video, we talk about the new way you can purchase potions. So since they did an update to the game, I think they wiped out anybody's saved replays when they do that. So from now on, when people get a 3-star, I'll try to record it as soon as possible, so that if they do some kind of random update to the game, then it won't get rid of your replay. So I do apologize to anybody who wanted to get a 3-star replay. We don't have the ability to do that right now. As you'll see when I show you on the list here, it's all going to be blacked out, but I will still give you a shout out here for getting the 3 stars. For those of you who didn't know or wasn't a part of the chat session while I was doing this castle build, I did change the setup to this castle 3 times. So the first star ratio here from Finji was done really, really well. He was the first person that did it. I set a terrible time, and I didn't like the trap setup at all, so I changed it. But he did get the first legitimate 3-star win. Leo was the first one to attack it. He actually lost, but he does come back later, and he does beat it afterwards. That was pure luck. I have finally stripped my naked castle and rebuilt. Okay, Finji, we will check that out. And once again, he was the first to get 3 stars, and we completely changed the first trap because it was terrible. We changed the first trap since the first time you got 3 stars, so you'll probably notice it looks a little different than when you attacked it. It's going to look a lot the same, but a little different. Then we get a shit ton of losses. Yep. Looking forward to losses. That's them right there. Priscilla, I just saw some of your videos on YouTube. Nicely done. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. See you and have fun. You too, Priscilla. We look forward to seeing more of you in the future. I need a good run. So this is where Trickle was trying to... So I changed it after Priscilla, I believe. And then Trickle ran it, and he got the first 3-star. He ran it 3 times and finally got a 3-star. He did beat it every single time, but he didn't get 3 stars. And then finally he got 3 stars on the 3rd attempt. So then I said, oh wow, I got a 3-star win, and then nothing but losses, and then another 3-star win. So I changed the castle again right here. Then we get a win, so I was like, oh, things are turning around. But obviously they're not. I got 2 more losses. Back to wheels, yep, and we'll show you guys all about it. Master Shake, we'll show you how it's laid out, and I do not suggest anybody do this one. And I'm going to fully explain this one because I'm blowing this trap out of the water. I don't think you can get 3 stars unless I gather the deep gas bear to replace mine. Yes, when I finally set my final time, which is right after Priscilla. So when Rambutan attacked, that's with my new time. So as you'll see, there's very few 3 stars after that. So closed by Varg. You can see there's still tons of losses here, hardly any wins. 3 things. Your time is actually too... Oh, this is from Adam. 3 things. Your time is actually too good. There's no reason to try to beat such a reckless time. No one will try to 3-star your castle. Well, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, Adam, but people did get 3 stars, and they tried. They attacked it 3 times and got 3 stars. People try to get it because they want to get on the videos, and it's a challenge. And really, this game is becoming to the point now where people are looking for a way to challenge themselves in it, because... Don't go by my last Castle Attack video, but when I do my rush runs, normally I'd say 80% of my runs I'm getting 3 stars. So anything to give people the change to the game, something that's not already in the game, something that challenges them, is going to keep people interested. So that's what people like, and that's why I try to get people something that they can really try to beat. There's no reason. So I mean, the main reason why I actually do it though is that people can't get 3 stars on my castle because they're gonna take away tons and tons and tons and tons of my crowns if I'm up to like over 1,200 crowns and they get 3 stars every single time they run my castle. So yes, I do try to set good times because since the defenses aren't working that great right now because they're screwing around with our defenses. The real only way you can stop people from getting 3 stars now, it seems to be, is to set a really good time. So they're gonna beat your castle. They're going to kill your mines, so you might as well set a good time. Especially now that they got that 40-second booster if you get all the mines. No one will try 3-star cast. No trap pressure on the boss room. No, there's not. I do agree with you on that one. So I had all that room to fight. Defendertrons on shield walls, I hate those. I hate them too, Adam, and unfortunately that's why I put them in. Because if you hate them, that means they're good. So that's why they're in there. I just redesigned yesterday, so not perfect yet, but that entrance did kill a few people, including Morex. Yeah, Tranquil, I believe right after that comment I did try your castle, and I did actually like the beginning of yours a lot. Don't know what you said there, Dickorg, but thanks. I don't think I can break any of your record times, not with your 900 plus DPS. I will try for a better time later on. This was more of a scouting run. Thanks to Shrouded Chat. I did attack your castle, as I said in the Castle Attack 4 video, so you can go check that out. You did kill me. And then I tried to do a second attack in your castle to try to speedrun it, but network errors. So then we get another win from Rambutan. And then Leo did come back, and he killed. I don't think the half stream said was worth the points. The boss room was the first section is pretty good. You can narrow the path with spike traps, and it would do better, in my opinion. I agree with everything you just said, Leo, and I'm going to 100% explain why that is not worth the points in a minute here. I'm going to 3-star your castle to kiss some crowns. All right, Neon, and he did it. So he was the first person and the only person when I got my final change done and did all my tweaking and got my final time set that actually 3-starred it. So good job, Neon. You proved you can 3-star for my times. Then we got a win, another loss, another win. Brutal setup, thanks for the fun, no problem for Drow. And then another loss and another win. Thought there would be trappers there too. Nice switch to the headshot. He's talking about the Zeeks, which I'll show you guys now. Not going to go over the, I'm not going to go over items. There's no new items since the attack video, since I made that yesterday, and I described all that to you in that video. But here is the castle. So this is, as you can see, we've done a complete change from the normal way we do castles, and we've gone back into heavy, I wouldn't say heavy traps, but relying a lot on traps and less on the creatures to kill you in the room. Like normally I was doing a lot of trying to keep you in a room and have the creatures kill you, to now we're trying to get a little more traps because, I don't know, change everything up. Change is good sometimes. In this case it wasn't. So this piece doesn't matter. You can put whatever piece you want there, but and this piece doesn't matter either, but you do need 2 pieces here of some kind. It doesn't have to be these 2, but you do want one piece here that goes one direction this way and one direction this way. And this one does have to make a corner or be able to connect these pieces onto this piece. Other than that, it doesn't really matter which ones you choose. You don't have to use either of these 2. And I put the mine there just to trick people to want to go this way, to turn this into a time killer room, because this last piece is not needed. I put it there to add a time killer, but this piece is needed. So this is the first piece I'll show you here. This one is right here, Cross Hall 05. So it's Cross Hall 05 and then Cross Hall 05, but once again, this one here, you can make that something different if you want. But the reason why we need this one, but I mean, it would also work with a Cross Hall 06. It would also work with a Junction Shrine. Basically, anything that gives you this inlet here that puts you right up against this wall. So that you can get these 2 traps in, and as you see, they are crucial in getting these 3 and these 3 hamster wheels here. So if you don't have these 2 in here, you're not going to be able to set up these hamster wheels on this back wall without moving these power pads, which is going to screw up all the rest of your stuff. So that's the first thing that's important. After that, once again, this room, you can change it up if you want, but this is the new trap. This is the one that we're going to tell you all about. And I'm going to actually show you 4 ways to easily beat this. Yes, 4. Easy. Ways to beat it. The 4th way is probably going to kill me, actually, but I'm doing it to prove a point, and I'll explain that when we do it. But basically, I just set up a couple cannons here just to stop people from wanting to just stand back and wait for the perfect time. You got springboard traps here that fling people out so that they can't get right up to the edge of these and try to attack these guys down here from this corner. And then I put a bunch of springboards here. All these ones are pointed towards this wall, which will put them onto these springboards, which fling them out this way. Or if they've been flinged out already to here, they'll get pushed out. And that makes it more difficult for them to come in here and roll this way. So that's that setup. Now, once again, I'll stop there for a second. You guys can see this layout if you do want to try this defense. And then we'll describe it. I'll describe the rest of it here to you in a second. You definitely want to put these power pads where I have them if you're going to do this setup, because if not, you're wasting power, because I use every one of them. And then these ones here, you need this one here, and you can add an extra mine in if you want, but you need this one here, and these two, it doesn't really matter. So once they go in through here, you get the 6 hamster wheels in total, 3 for these guys, 3 for these guys down here, and they're all set in different directions, of course, so that people can't wait for them all to go on one side and roll in and just run past. Then there's a little gap, and then I got a bunch of mines in here, which is a corrosion mine, glue mine, and then another setup of the hamster wheels, just like with this one here and this one here. And then 2 mines to finish it all off. And then basically this is supposed to be the big killer, which is 6 of the archers, smelly archers with bear traps, and then I got 1 dampener to try to make it more difficult for you to be able to roll through, which it does work once in a blue moon. It doesn't work as well as I thought it would. This piece here is actually a little bit different. It's not the one that we use usually, so I'll actually tell you which one that is, because there's other pieces you can use, but if you want that set up... How did I pass it already? Oh, come on. Oh my, I can't believe I'm messing up this bad. There it is, Jesus. Alright, the corner corridor 02 is this one here. The reason why is, as you can see, it's got a big entrance that allows you to set all this up. And then it's got a very small hallway. This allows you to be able to use the small hallway to set up this perfectly like that. If you have anything bigger than this, you're going to need more hamster wheels, you're going to need more power pads, you're going to waste more time, and you're also going to make a bigger open space where people can try to dodge it easier. So that piece, if you look through here, there's other ones that you can use that have this similar setup, so this isn't the only piece. But if you want this exact setup right here, that's the piece you need, is the corner corridor. And then after that... So I won't really pause on this part too much, because you can set this up. This is kind of like a free-for-all. Basically, I have these guys here blocking these 3 hamster wheels. Now, you can put a gel wall there, but remember, it's only going to be good for 15 seconds, and then it's gone. Or maybe it's 10 seconds. But then it's going to be gone. If you want something that's permanent, put hamster wheels. Then I got a bunch of rotating fire cannons in front of them so that they're constantly shooting fire in at these hamster wheels. And then I got some spike traps because they use less defense points. Now, somebody can run down in here. That's the one place I didn't defend, but basically there's nothing in my boss room to stop them from just killing the stuff in here. So there is no reason for me to heavily defend out here. That's why this whole wall is free. That's why this is free. It's because I just basically wanted to make it so any angle they tried to come in to get through this trap, they'd be attacked by something. So once they're past the angle of entry to the trap, then I didn't care anymore. That's why that's free and down here. We did kill 1 person down there, but that's because they pulled some of these monsters out here and they killed them. Now, this here is the big setup. So you guys have probably seen this before. This isn't 100% unique, but these power pads, this one, and this one, you do need those if you want to have at least something here in front of these hamster wheels, and if you want these hamster wheels activated by this one. I think I'm using this one to activate them too, but if you didn't have all these, you could use these points to put on that. Then you have these guys here. You don't need them desperately for these 3 things, but you do need this one to activate some of these mines in here. Same thing here. This, you don't need to activate this, but you do need it to activate these 3 springboard traps. So there's 3 springboard traps once you get past the hamster wheels. So I'll just stop here for a sec so you guys can see this layout and set that up if you guys don't want to hear the explanation, and you can just look at it and copy. But there's 3 springboard traps here, all pointing, sorry, 4 springboard traps, not 3, all pointing in, and there's a little tiny gap. There's a little tiny gap right here with mines in it. to make it a little more difficult, so they find it harder to get through here without getting corrosion mine stuff on them. Then basically it's a hamster wheel after hamster wheel after hamster wheel, all with one space in between each, and you got a bunch of basically it's a mixture of a couple fire mines, a couple corrosion mines, and a couple glue mines, all piled together here. So it's just basically a huge debuff area. Then these 3 pads, you definitely want to set these up the way I have them. If you try to move these in any other way, shape, or form, you won't be able to have this set up here. And these here is pretty much set up as a defense any way you want, but the crucial one, if I click on them, you'll see that they are only highlighting these 5. These are what are doing the killing. These guys out here are hardly killing anyone. They killed 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people. These guys, just these 5 people right here, killed all these. Oh, including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8 people from just these 5 guys. The reason being is the way that this is set up is these 2 guys are Zeke's set to headshot, then you got 2 of the Cyclops set to sprint, and then we have a Scorpio set to punch drunk. So basically, when you first come in, these guys will sprint at you. They'll push you down in this corner. That's why you'll see all the death is in this corner. These 2 guys will push you in the corner, and then before you get up, because the hamster wheel is hitting you, these 2 Zeeks will unload their headshots both at the same time and focused on that corner. Then if you somehow make it alive through that, the Scorpio has a second chance to shoot his 3 gloves at you and stun you again, so you might get hit by a hamster wheel again, and then the Zeeks have a second chance to try to kill you. The rest of it, you can set up any way you want. The only thing that I've put in here that I would say is important is that if you're going to have an empty boss room like this, you definitely want to have Defendertrons with the wall, especially the shield wall, especially if you have Zeeks, because they'll slow the person down, allowing the Zeeks a better chance to kill them. And then I also set the Bone Puppeteers to Rager and Gauger, so that they will buff their Zeke and they'll buff your boss, so your boss will do his attacks faster and the Zeeks will attack more often. So I think they're more important than the healing ones, because these people are going to try to kill those 2 guys as soon as possible because they will automatically assume they're a healer. So it'll give them a chance to get the buff out before they die and at least make your Zeeks do a couple more attacks. But after that, the rest of it is pretty much just some dampeners, and I threw 1 Jimbo there with a heavy-handed and some battering rams. But I mean, you can switch up the rest of those all the way you want. But the real to finish this trap, the description that I did, you want these guys. Now, if you want to change out this Scorpio for like 2 hunger bots and another sprinter, you could. But the problem is that you're not going to fit them into this little section as easily. But obviously, if you moved all these guys back here, you would have tons of room back here to, like, you'd have this Zeke's position and all this area here to add some extra guys and to help with this defense. It's up to you. But that's the way I chose it, was this guy. So since I chose him, you don't want to go over 50. And you want these guys back far enough that they're in the boss room so that they get the 50 group up. This way, they'll all attack and they won't go over the 50, because if you have to really be careful that, especially these 2 Zeeks and these 2 Cyclopses, do not go over 50. If they go over 50, they're just going to do that thing where they run around randomly because there's too many monsters, and they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. But there you have it. So the time, you can't see it there, but the time was set to 1:18. I ran this a bunch, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 times through this trap here, just to show you how easy to beat it is. And then after that, I'll explain to you the other 2 ways you can beat that super easily. And one of them is going to be the big question of the day. And then the 3rd run, I'll just run through and show you how this trap down here works. Then I'll try to go through this as fast as I can so you guys can see the timers and how I did things. And then when I go through this trap, I'm going to purposely try to let this trap kill me so you can see how it works. And then after that, you'd pretty much know that if I made it past that trap, then I would just have to kill everything. So let's validate this, shall we? Actually, we're not going to validate. We're going to die right now. Actually, we're not going to die. So the first mine's up there. I'm just going to skip it because I'm just going to show you how to beat this trap. This is why this trap is terrible. Yes, I don't care if you hit me. Yes, it's great. You do absolutely nothing. Wave number 1. Bye-bye trap. Oh, look at that. I'll just walk out. I don't even roll. Alright. Way number 1 to easily kill that trap. For some reason, I can't restart the castle. Why can't I restart the castle? Alright, so I'll just purposely die to this trap then. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright. So that didn't work as well because the stupid hamster wheel was timed just wrong. But as you saw, it's a crap load of damage going on there. His actual stun thing did stun me. And I walked through that. I could have rolled. Like I said, that trap's not perfect, but it does do the trick as you saw by the amount of kills. But if it was perfect, I would have had a lot less losses. And I had a lot of losses. So, oh, it showed you the time there. So I tried to revalidate the castle the other day, and I accidentally ran through the door. And because I ran through the door, I set the new time. So if you guys want to, before I change this castle, you got about a half a day. Why am I killing that? You got about a half a day to try to 3-star my castle with it being 20-something seconds instead of 18 seconds after a minute. So, first one you saw, super easy to pass. Let's go with number 2. 1 potion. Done. Hug that wall. You'll only get hit by 2 bear traps at the most. Still can't restart the damn castle. God damn it. I'm gonna keep purposely dying here just to see so you guys can see this trap actually work. I'm gonna try to run in. Alright, so this trap is not working the way I normally want it to. Might be why I wasn't getting as many kills. The first 4 times I ran it, I purposely let the trap try to kill me. And those guys pushed me right into that corner. And as you saw, people were dying by being pushed into that corner. I don't know why it's not doing it now. Alright, so I said I was only going to show you 2 ways and then how that trap kills. But since we're saving time here, I'll show you all 4 ways. So, here's way number 3. Hug this corner. Ah, god damn it, I waited too long. Forgot to drink my potion. I was too busy looking at the bear traps. Alright, that's one way to die to that trap. So, here we go. I'll do it again, but this time I'll purposely watch my health. So, you just run down here, roll past him. Roll past him. There, hug this corner. Stay in this corner and just wait until they're done. Okay, I have a free spot to go. So you can literally just drink 1 potion and stand in the hamster wheel. I don't know why it's not letting me restart castles. You can literally stand in the hamster wheel room long enough to wait for those bear traps to go away. Oh wait, I'm supposed to die. I didn't get that first mine. Kill me. There we go. Alright, so now I'll show you the 4th way. I'm actually going to die this time because this is the point that I want to make, which is going to be the question of the day. But as you saw, I just showed you 3 really easy ways to beat that trap, as long as you drink your potion. Here's the 4th way, but I'm going to die. But it's just to show you how the 4th way is done. Come down here, wait for your sprint, and then go straight through. Oh, I died. You're an idiot. Why would you do that, Rightplan? I'll explain to you. So I'm going to do the final run of this in a second here. Show you the whole thing in a speed run. But the reason why I just purposely died there and said that I would have made it past is because if I was a mage, I would have made it past. So we'll make that we're going to put that in as the question of the day. So we'll do it at the end of the video. But I'll explain to you how you do that as a mage, and you'll see. So let's do one quick run through here, and then we'll do the old question of the day so you guys can see what I'm a little ticked off about. So let's actually get this mine. So do a headshot to get the mine from a far distance. Wait for them to go. Didn't wait long enough. I'm not going to get the speed run because I didn't time that just right. Let just one of them hit you, drink your potion, keep going. Like I said, terrible trap. Alright, this is not working out as smoothly as I normally do, as you can tell. Making a lot of mistakes. Because if you do this smoothly... If you do this smoothly, you'll actually have them all bundled up in a circle. Because they won't have time to wander around. And then they'll all be... You can gather them up inside these mines and do one volley and kill a whole crap ton of them and the mines. So if people are wondering how I was able to get all of it done so quick, that's one of the ways. Keep doing circles around the stuff, get them all gathered up in the mines, and then do a well-placed volley so that you attack all of them and take out the mines at the same time. Then you just take the remaining creatures that you haven't killed. I'm gonna die here. Take the remaining creatures that you haven't killed and just run back to the door and just volley, and then you finish them off, and you're right by the door and you just walk through. So I'm just gonna escape. But that's how you did it. Basically, if I didn't mess up, get hit as much as I did there, you want to time it just right so that when this wheel is just starting to go down this way, you roll right past. You land here so that wheel's not going to hit you, because it's now when it's up here, you're perfectly here. And then this wheel is going to start heading back this way. So you then just walk through here, and when this wheel starts coming back, you roll. And then you wait a couple seconds, and then you just roll out, and you won't get hit by any of these wheels, and you save a bunch of time. Then when you come back down through this area, you wait until this wheel's right where it's to right now, and then as it starts going back over this way, you follow it, you do a straight roll through here, you'll land right about here. Then you just stand there for 2 seconds, then do it, because these guys won't attack you, they're not close enough, as you can see, they don't get that little spot. You wait about 2 seconds, and then you do another roll all the way through all those traps and everything, and then come up here, circle these guys, and then run right through the center, and they'll group up, they'll come right through the center with you, and then place your bear traps right about here. Sorry, you can't see that. Right about here, place your bear traps. And that'll make them stop right on this one, and they'll all be grouped up right here. And you drop your volley, and you'll take out a whole bunch of the mines and them. So then you just do one more circle around, finish off the mines, and kill a couple of them, then come up to the door and do another volley, and you're done. So that's how I did it, just so you guys know. So, for the question of the day, why am I so ticked off about mages in this trap? Well, as you saw, if you are wondering why I said I just beat it if I was a mage, is because mages can actually sprint over bear traps. I knew this in the past, I just didn't know they could use it so well. I thought it was like maybe it would skip 1 or 2 bear traps tops, but I've watched literally all the traps placed in one spot, and a mage just sprinted or dashed or whatever it's called as a mage. Let me actually figure that out. I don't want to feel like an idiot here. Electric charge. So charge. So they literally can charge. Basically, when a mage charges, if you want to know the distance, it's right. They're standing right about here. They can charge to right about here. So they literally pass the whole thing and land out here in the free, and then just kill everything. So not only do mages have the longest charge, which whoops the distance on the roll and the sprint, but then they also can dodge all damage on the ground as they do it. So the question of the day is, do you think that the mage's charge is overpowered? I think it is. I think mages are overpowered, but we won't get into that debate. But I think that their charge is way overpowered. You either have the longest charge, or you let it dodge damage. Don't make it be the longest charge and dodge damage. That's just way overpowered. But that's just me. I used to think archers had the volley, so they were awesome on that sense, but mages have the vortex. So I don't know. But that's just me. Once again, I'm not going to get into this big, huge mage discussion. So just the only question really is just relating to that one skill. Do you think the charge is overpowered? Do you think that it should be shorter, or that it should stay the same length it is, but be able to be stopped by bear traps and take damage? Because as you saw, when I tried to roll through, I died. There you have it. So that is our castle defense video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys haven't checked out the castle attack video, or if you want to know if your castle was attacked, I'm not sure if I mentioned exactly, but the castles we attacked in Castle Attack 4 was Neon, Too Shy to Chat, Hermanus Lex, or him and his, yeah, Lex, Oxylix, and we attacked Granto. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go check that out. I'm going to rip this castle down. We're going to rebuild a new one. I'm getting rid of that stupid hamster hall. Doesn't work. And if you guys do see it in my next castle, then obviously I thought of some ingenious idea to try to change it, which will probably not work. Probably. Anyways, but as you saw, I just showed you 4 really easy ways to beat that stupid trap. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that it's pretty easy to get past that trap. But this one here has gotten a lot of kills, as you can see. Lots of deaths in this area. So this I do recommend. It's actually working quite well for me, and I might keep this in my boss room in the next castle, or I might try to incorporate it in a different way in other places. I don't know. We'll see. I might just go completely different direction with the castle again, just like I did with this video. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments below about the question of the day. And if you guys want us to attack your castle, make sure that you make the comments in the castle attack 4 video. So if you previously made them in the attack 3 video, go back to the castle attack 4 video if we didn't attack yours yet, and comment there. We can only take about 4 to 5 people tops, because first of all, that's how many targeted attacks you get when you're maxed out. And second of all, it just takes a long time to attack castles. And go back and talk about them after. So we'll only take the first 5, so go put the comments out. If you're somebody who's already had it in the last 2 videos, we will do somebody else's before yours. Unless we don't get enough people, then we'll do yours again. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe above to see the next castle attack and castle defense videos coming out. We are also going to try to get some more Shroud of the Avatar soon. I believe the next release is coming out soon. If you guys haven't heard of Shroud of the Avatar, I have a whole crap load of videos on the alpha test of that. So feel free to go check those out. We've been in a big part of the alpha test, and we got some of those release. We got another, I believe, release 7 coming out very shortly. So we'll have some more videos for that. But anyways, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, happy gaming.